Your brain runs on code, not in binary, but in beliefs, habits, and thoughts, and just like a program, it can be rewritten. Your brain is the most powerful computer ever created, and you hold the code. This code is not made of numbers or computer language. It is made of your thoughts, it is made of your beliefs, it is made of your simplest habits. These things act like instructions. They tell you who you are, they tell you what you are capable of doing. They quietly shape the path of your entire life. Think of it like a program running in the background. It guides your choices without you even noticing. It decides if you will raise your hand in a meeting, or it decides you will stay silent. It decides if you will try a new hobby, or it decides you will stick to what you already know how to do. Most of this mental code was written a long time ago. It was written when you were a child. The words your family used became part of your code. The rules you learned at school became lines in your program. A teacher's warm praise, a friend's sharp tease. Those moments could write powerful commands in your mind. Small events can create very big lines of code. Once written, they tend to play over and over again. They become automatic responses to the world around you. This hidden program tells you how to react to success. It tells you how to react to failure. These two views create two different kinds of mindsets. Visual fixed mindset, locked brain. Growth mindset, growing plant brain. The first one is called the fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe their traits are set in stone. They think some things are gifts you're born with. Talent. Intelligence, creativity. You either have them or you do not. Facing a challenge and failing often leaves them defeated. They might think, I am just not good at this, and give up. They see failure as proof they lack natural ability. The second is the growth mindset. People with a growth mindset believe skills can be developed. Abilities can be built through dedication and hard work. Nobody is born an expert. Mistakes and failures aren't final judgments. Instead, they are opportunities to learn and improve. Their inner voice, this is hard, but I can get better if I keep practicing. They believe effort makes them stronger and more capable over time. The psychologist Carol Dweck introduced these ideas. She studied how beliefs about intelligence affected success. Her research showed a clear pattern. Your mindset changes what you do next. If you believe your abilities are fixed, you will likely avoid challenges to protect yourself. You will not want to look bad. But if you believe your abilities can grow, you will embrace challenges. You will see them as a necessary part of the journey toward becoming more skilled and knowledgeable. Your mindset shapes your behavior every single day. It influences how you handle criticism. It determines whether you persist in the face of setbacks. Fixed mindset. Feedback feels like an attack. Growth mindset. Feedback is useful information to improve. How you see your potential is the foundation of your actions, resilience, and achievements. Your mindset is the lens through which you see every single challenge and opportunity. You might wonder if changing your mindset is really possible. The answer from science is a clear yes. Your brain has an amazing ability to change and reorganize itself. Scientists call this incredible quality neuroplasticity. The word plastic here does not mean fake or weak. It means that your brain is malleable, like soft clay. It can be shaped and reshaped throughout your entire life. Your brain is not a fixed, rigid organ. It is a dynamic, living network adapting based on your experiences, your actions, your thoughts. Every time you learn a new fact, practice a new skill, or think a new thought, your brain gets to work. It forms new connections between nerve cells, neurons. These connections create new pathways. The more you use a pathway, the stronger and more efficient it becomes. Think of it like creating a path in a forest. First time you walk it, it's slow and difficult. Walk it every day, and it becomes clearer, wider, easier. Your thoughts and habits carve the same kind of pathways. Old code, limiting beliefs, can be changed. Those old beliefs are just well-traveled pathways. By choosing new thoughts and practicing new behaviors, you begin to build new pathways. Over time, the new positive pathways strengthen. The old negative ones weaken from disuse. You can literally rewire your brain for a growth mindset. You're not a victim of old wiring. You're the architect of future wiring. This change isn't magic. It's biological. It happens with every small effort. Choose to see a challenge as opportunity. You strengthen growth pathways. Persist after a mistake. You reinforce resilience circuits. Neuroplasticity gives us solid hope. You have the power to edit the code in your head. Remove old loops of self-doubt, write new, empowering lines of code that serve you for life. The first practical step to rewiring your brain is to become a detective of your own thoughts. You need to learn to spot the limiting voice inside your head. This voice is often quiet and automatic, so you might not even notice it. It is the inner critic that whispers negative things when you are faced with a challenge.
I can't do this.
I am not smart enough. I always mess things up. These phrases are pieces of your old limiting script. They are the fixed mindset talking. Your job is to start listening for them. When you catch yourself thinking a negative thought, write it down exactly as you heard it. Seeing these thoughts on paper separates them from you, making them less powerful. You can't change a program if you don't know what the code says. This process makes the invisible visible, putting you in a position of power. Once you've learned to spot the limiting voice, the next step is to actively replace the old script with a new one. This is a form of mental practice, like practicing scales on a piano. For every limiting thought, create a new growth-oriented replacement. The new phrase should be simple, believable, and focus on effort and learning, not on fixed traits. Let's look at some examples. If your inner voice says, "I can't do this, it's too hard," practice saying, "I will figure this out, one step at a time." Instead of, "I made a mistake," try, "Mistakes are proof that I am trying." To make this practice effective, be consistent. Repetition builds new pathways in your brain. Write your new phrases on sticky notes and place them where you'll see them daily. At first, this might feel awkward. That's normal. But over time, your brain will start to believe the new script. Change becomes real when paired with action. The third step is to take tiny, manageable actions every day. These small actions serve as proof that your new, growth-oriented script is true. The goal is to build a chain of tiny wins that steadily build your confidence. For example, if your limiting belief is, "I'm not a healthy person," a tiny action could be drinking one extra glass of water. If your goal is to write a book, a tiny action is to write just one sentence. These micro-actions prevent you from feeling overwhelmed. They bypass the fear of failure because the task is too small to fail at. Imagine a man who has always believed, "I'm not good with money." He wants to change this belief. His new script is, "I am learning to manage my money well." To support this, he chooses a tiny daily action. Every evening, he spends just 2 minutes looking at his bank account. He does not judge or worry. He just looks. This small act of engagement builds a new habit of awareness. After a few weeks, he feels more in control. His brain receives a new signal every day. "I am a person who pays attention to my finances." This tiny win gives him the confidence to take the next small step, like creating a simple budget. These small daily acts create a positive feedback loop. You take a tiny action. You feel a small sense of accomplishment. This feeling of success reinforces your new belief. The stronger belief makes it easier to take another tiny action the next day. This cycle is how real, lasting change happens. It is not about a single moment of dramatic transformation. It is about the quiet, steady accumulation of small, positive efforts. Your brain needs this consistent proof to fully adopt the new code. Each tiny action is a vote for the new identity you are building for yourself. Your thoughts are not just fleeting clouds passing through your mind. They are the seeds of your reality. The thoughts you repeat most often grow into the habits that define your daily life. Your daily habits, in turn, slowly shape your identity, which is the story you tell yourself about who you are. And that story, that identity, is what ultimately creates your future. When you understand this powerful chain of connection, from thought to habit to identity to future, you realize that changing even one small thought can start a ripple effect that changes everything. You are not stuck with the mental code that was written for you in the past. You are not a permanent prisoner of old beliefs or past failures. You have the ability to review the current code to debug the lines that are causing errors and to write new, more effective instructions for yourself. This process of reprogramming your brain is not a quick fix or a magic trick. It is a slow and steady work of small, intentional steps. It requires patience with yourself. It asks for consistent practice day after day. Start small. Do not try to change everything at once. Choose just one limiting thought that you want to work on. Then, choose one new, empowering line to say instead. Finally, pick one tiny daily action you can take to provide proof for that new belief. Commit to this simple plan for just 2 weeks. Notice the small shifts. Celebrate every tiny win, no matter how insignificant it seems. A small win is a signal to your brain that change is happening. These small victories are the fuel that will keep you going on this journey of growth. The journey begins not tomorrow, not next week, but right now, in this very moment. It begins with a single decision. It begins with one new thought. Begin now. Your thoughts create your identity, and your identity creates your future. Start small. One thought, one habit, one day at a time. You are the programmer of your mind. If you're ready to master your mindset and decode your potential, subscribe to the Improvement Code and start your upgrade today.